Nini everyone, Zavora here. So we are going to do our first spell demonstration. It's not an actual spell. I don't want anyone to think that I'm actually cursing anyone over here. But this is a sour spell. I'm going to show you a couple different methods, or at least two different methods, I should say. One with a jar, one with tinfoil, and why you probably should not combine these two. I have in the past, but please learn from my mistakes, okay? So, the first thing you're going to, or I guess I should say the purpose of this spell, is to, one, to dry their mouths out and cause them to choke when they speak of you. The second is to bring sourness and bitterness into their lives every time they continue to speak of you, or about you, or slander you, or what have you. Okay, so there's going to be a couple things you're going to need for this. One is going to be lovely power incense. I chose Dragon Blood. You can choose one specifically related to gossiping or slander or what have you. You need yourself a lime, and I went and I cut this one open. I actually tore it open, but it is still attached, okay? I also stuck my finger like way in there to create a pocket, which is going to house our petition paper. Like I said, this spell is to dry them out. You should be using Natron because this is the Comedic Witchcraft channel, but I have to make Natron. I'm out. So instead I'm going to be including salt, which is 1/2 of the ingredients of Natron. I could just go over there and grab some baking soda and be like, sprinkle, sprinkle, but I'm too lazy to get up and do that. So I just grabbed my salt. The other things you are going to need is, one, a jar. If you go the vinegar or ammonia or pee-pee route, I grabbed vinegar because, you know, I'm not comfortable with pissing in a jar on camera. The other one that you could do is just to wrap it up in a foil. And you're like, Zabora, why the foil? I can hear you asking. The reason this foil is reflective, okay? It will contain and house negativity. It will not be able to escape because it has no place that it can see to escape. It's a visual thing, right? It's reflective, so it reflects all the negativity in. You get it, right? So the other things you're going to need is a couple of markers. Now, I chose red and black. These are traditional colors when it comes to petition papers. So the red will be the name of the target, because the target should be in red. I just feel like that should be the person that I'm focusing in on. The black will be mine, and what I want to happen to this target, and what this spell is designed for. Now, brown paper, traditional, we'll get more into that. So I am going to be bringing bitterness and sourness into this person's life. So I'm going to be tearing this in a counterclockwise fashion. It's tradition, go with it, okay? And I'm going to make it about the height of the lime, because this is going to go inside the lime. Now we need to go a little bit smaller here. So let's just go ahead and shorten it a bit on the edges. Babe, just a second. Apologies, shit happens. Okay, so this should be about right. I'll take off this piece here. Write this down just a wee bit more. Alright, so in Hoodoo, knowing a person's name is extremely powerful. More so than having a picture, which is kind of the opposite of what the Egyptians believe. The Egyptians believe that having someone's likeness was the utmost representation of them, because, you know, the afterlife and them inhabiting the body, and has to do with that. Alright, so let's go here with a name. So I'm going to be filling out all the information about, just like Renee Smith here. Where did my book go? Haha, silly me, foil in the way. Alright, so I'm going to just write down also, like, the information I have about them, descriptive information about them. I'm just going to, like, write down their address here. So, 485 South 5th Avenue. This is made up. Don't think that this is real. It's completely fake. I don't mean to give away any sort of possible address that may exist. This is just something I just made up, okay? 485 South Avenue. Apartment number 13. Swan Lake. It's Swan Lake, Mississippi, okay? Alright? Missis. I totally misspelled Mississippi. Ha ha! IPPI. I know how to spell Mississippi. Okay. So, yeah. I wrote it down earlier just so I didn't have to, like, make shit up on the fly. So, in the corners here, I'm going to be placing 3 X's because 3 is significant to me. And the X's represent getting this person's mouth shut. Okay? Because, you know, you're crossing out their mouth. So, that is the sigil that I have chosen for my spell work. You can choose whatever you want to choose. Now, what I want to happen to this person, because as you see, I've done everything in red here. Alright, what I'm going to do here in black, because I'm going to be writing over them, because I hold the power, because Zebora is the fucking master. You must hold that mentality. You are high up. You have this power to do that while you're performing this spell. So I'm going to write bitterness and sour events plague you, because it must be in the affirmative every time you speak my name. Okay. That is my petition. And as you see, it is much bolder than the red, because it is a thick, fat marker, because Zebora's badass like that, okay? It crosses them out, basically, is the idea. You hold power over them by doing this. Now, if you wanted, you can sign your name to this, because that kind of, like, puts your stamp of approval on your magic. It's like, bam, this person guarantees it to work. It's like your signature on a check kind of thing. Like, you're putting this motherfucker in the bank, okay? That's the best way I can describe it. You can do whatever it is you want to do to mark it as them. You can then go ahead and roll it up into like a little scroll. Now I'm going to be rolling away from me because I'm banishing this negativity. I don't want this negativity to be following me. So I'm rolling from bottom to top because I'm pushing it away from me. Okay, there's symbolism there in this spell. Alright, and now I've got this little round sort of packet here. Tubey thingy. Alright, and then this is where the line comes in. We put it in a hole. Okay. And in that little hole, we are going to be including some salt, which we are going to be praying over and be like, dry that motherfucker up each time they open their mouth about me. And we're going to be putting power into that. You can use a little funnel, whatever you got to do. This is just demonstration. It ain't going to be pretty. Sprinkle it around. Whatever you got to do, okay? You know what? And I'm kind of feeling nasty here. This here is gonna stop slander and gossip. This is chia seeds. Let's see if we can't. Zebora, put that down. Ah! All right, chia seeds. Y'all know what these are, right? Stop slander and gossip. This is Mexican folk magic here. So we're going to just put some chia seeds in here. That's right, bitter that bitch up. Bring some bitterness and sourness into their life. That's what the chia seeds are for. Alright. So now we're going to close it. I should probably move the chia seeds so you can see what I'm doing. We're going to see everything. See it. Okay, we're going to be putting it together now. This goes in the little hole. Alright, there we go. Alright, now we have an option. We can put this in a jar and pee in it because, you know, like, that's tradition. And you're going to be putting that stagnant nastiness in that person's life each time they decide they're going to speak of you. Or, like I said, we use the foil method, which is wrap it up to contain all that nastiness and stick it in the freezer. That is another symbolism of stopping the behavior, sticking it in the freezer. If you decide to go with the jar, you can use vinegar after you've placed it in the jar. It's not going to fit now because of the foil. But, I'm personally of a mind not to add vinegar to a closed container, simply because they can explode or pop. Mine popped. Just got too nasty. So yeah, you know, like, just experiment. You're gonna have to know your shit. Alright. I'm gonna add some vinegar to this motherfucker right here. Okay. Like I said, you could do ammonia. Traditional would be PP. I like the idea of PP. But I'm a sick freak like that. Alright. So now you're going to be praying over it or putting it in the, empowering it and then sticking it in the freezer. And that is how you stop a sour bitch. Okay? Ooh, it's leaking everywhere. Bad jar. Alright, that's it for tonight, guys. Synapti.